Okay, two things we get asked all the time, right? Free resources and where do I start?
Yes.
Amen, sister.
At convention this last week, they're big eyes, overwhelmed.
So many big eyes.
Terrified.
I don't know what to do. I know, I feel you, right? Your pain. I say, here, you
Start
need
here.
Start here.
Take this home. You're not going to be able to read it all today, but you're going to take it home and you're going to call us when you
You're
have
gonna
questions.
sit with it.
Yes.
Yes.
You're gonna hold space for this catalog.
Yes.
Because it's so much more than
This
just a
is-
catalog.
It's
We
not
love
just a
our
catalog.
catalog.
Yes.
It is such
Maybe
a resource.
little too much.
And it's free. Okay, Tablet.
I mean, you've got to see this.
I love a good catalog, but like as a resource guide, this is amazing. And so like I mark the things in here, like, okay, this is where spelling starts. Oh, this is where geography starts. It's so systematic and easy to flip through. I just make it even more easy with all of my tabs and annotations.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the catalog today, and we're going to start big and go down. So
Yeah.
the biggies here are, these are your core subjects, plus some electives, plus some special needs,
Yes.
and they're color coded, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
On the bottom.
On the bottom. Show us how that.
Yeah. So you
Give me an example.
have like, okay, my orange section is for history.
Okay.
You know, the blue section is like your ELA skills, like
Look,
spelling.
they're like little tabs.
Yeah,
She's
English.
in her happy place.
I am.
Okay, so we've
So-
got subjects by color. So one thing you can do is flip right to that subject.
The index in the front is helpful for that.
Oh, look,
table
it
of
matches,
contents.
all right? So we've got color
Yes.
coding, very friendly. We've got color photos, very friendly. Now, at the beginning of each of these big sections, you're gonna find,
Dun, dun,
Amber,
dun.
Dun, dun.
Our favorite comparison charts.
we work really hard on these, you guys. Some of the topics on these comparison charts. So this is, I mean, is this everything? This feels like pretty much
It's
everything.
close, but it's not
That's
everything.
a lot of different math options. What's that, like 30 math options? It's going to tell you the grade levels. Is it Christian, secular, neutral? Does it need manipulatives? What's the approach? What's the teacher involvement?
Yeah.
And then there's some notes.
Special notes on the
Yeah,
on
is there
the
any
end.
media
Yeah.
involved that you
Right.
need and that kind of thing?
And we have one for Singapore math as well.
Yes.
What Singapore math do you have?
Because Singapore is not a brand, people. I love
Yes,
ya.
there
I
are
love ya.
so many different options just
There's a
under
lot of
Singapore, so it got its own
programs. Yes, using
comparison
the
chart.
Singapore math.
I
So
feel like comparison charts give people a place to start landing the plane.
Yeah.
yeah, take things off the
Yeah.
list that are not
Right.
contenders. You know, you want Christian, we're not going to look at this, this, and this, or
Right.
vice versa. You want something neutral or perhaps secular, you're not going to look at this, this, and
Right.
this. And just that filtering down
Yeah.
is so helpful because
Yeah.
when you go to a convention or you're looking on social media, everything looks amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you
And
need
it is all
something
amazing.
to filter it through. But how do I know if something is Christian? You know, in just
Right.
looking in the catalog, how do I know, like, oh, I've heard of Charlotte Mason. I would really like to do that as well. You know, how do I know? How can I filter it even more?
Right.
So she's referencing the icons. I'm going to switch back here real quick on something. So at the top of a program, you're going to see these icons here. And, you know, icons don't inherently explain themselves. That's what's in the front.
Yes.
They bring it at a glance. You can see
Quick
Yeah,
reference.
real
quick
quick
reference.
without having to flip back to the reference chart or
Yeah.
anything and just say, okay, neutral, you
Yeah,
know.
so okay, so that means it's sequential, so that mastery kind of base. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm
What
gonna
is-
look for the
what does sequential mean?
right.
I'm glad you asked because right here at the beginning, we explain it. What does sequential mean? And we have a definition.
Yeah, what does
for
Charlotte Mason mean?
Right.
Montessori.
Yes.
So like that's why I said it's so much more than just a catalog. It really
guide.
is.
It's a glossary.
free resource.
It's a free resource, y'all.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. And people say us all the time. When we run into them, talk to them on the phone, thank you so much for the catalog.
Yeah.
It is really helping me. There's little marks from parents, quotes in there
I
of,
love those.
this is working from this type of child, or this has been a great program and why.
You know, I
And
tried
those-
many spelling books and ended up finally going back to what I used as a kid, Abeka Spelling. I love it and includes spelling rules. Like I love the little parent quotes
Right, isn't
on
that fun?
products. Yeah.
something else is, so you're going to find a description under that Abeka spelling. You're going to find the description. You're going to find all the components to the program. If there is a video, this year we added something new, and that is QR codes directly to the videos. Now here's one, a little cheeky. This is me and Rebecca. Let's reenact our high five. Whoop. This was our starter package video. Here's the QR code. You can go right to that and watch it. And we go through what an unboxing and what is the starter package.
Why
and what
were they
it is.
created?
And honestly,
like
just to pause and give a little attention to starter packages, they are really a good resource for parents to look at and consider even for that first year. Because it's not a publisher starter package, though we do offer those.
Yeah.
It's kind of Rainbow's suggestion for a starter package.
Our
And-
experience.
And there's a
academic
Christian,
year
and we
would
have
look like.
Christian, and we have economy
Economy.
Christian, and then we have the secular.
the standard,
Right.
Yeah, and so those, I know a lot of times for parents are like, I just don't know what to decide. So why don't you take a look at our starter package? And you could kind of see some of the ideas there. And then you can make your own starter package, or you could try a starter package and see how that goes for you. And some parents will do that because it's just, they don't want to have all the guesswork.
And sometimes you're just like, just let me get started.
Yeah.
And I'll
I just
figure it
need
out as I
something.
go.
Yeah.
I need to get going.
Yeah.
And give me the stuff I need. And that's got all your parent stuff, all the kids stuff, any manipulative science kits, everything. It's a very complete way to
Yes.
go for
Right.
one
nice and
child,
tidy.
one grade level.
Yeah.
So especially coming out of a classroom setting, you would just know what grade level starter package.
Absolutely.
And from there, you dial it in. Now, what
Yeah.
if you've got a child who learns differently? Maybe there's some dyslexia, some processing, some fine motor, whatever.
Right. We have a page in the back that's called,
Does your child learn differently?
It's that differentiated learner.
yes. And this has been a really great resource for parents. And they can come and see, okay, here's some suggestions for reading and spelling and writing and handwriting and math and history and science.
Yeah.
That can kind of help them dial in what would work
It's all
best.
that filtering process.
Yes.
We're just
Publishers are
trying-
listening to
Yeah.
what homeschool parents need. And a lot of people are homeschooling because they've got a child who doesn't do well in a classroom setting. That's one. Often it's because there's a ADHD or there's a dyslexia, and they're just not getting what they need
In that setting.
in that one teacher, 30 kid dynamic.
Right.
And a lot of these publishers, you know, they're not necessarily designed to use with a child with a need, but
They accommodate nicely.
they work.
Yeah.
They work.
Now say I love paper, so I will always choose
Yeah.
the paper products, but I want this resource, but I just don't want the paper.
Right.
Can I still have this?
You can, because we have a digital copy on our website.
Of everything. And
David will put a link to that.
Yes.
So, and they did something really cool with that this year. What did they do?
it's linkable.
So you can click on
hyperlinked.
something in
It's
the catalog,
hyperlinked.
Right.
And
and it
goes-
takes you to the item on the
Yeah,
website.
I love
Yeah,
that
that's
so
so
much.
great.
So much.
That is some cool
And then we
IT
have
juju.
also all these resource pages. You can find them all in one place on our website. If you were just to type in resources or click on the comparison chart link, and it'll take you to that.
all of
where
those comparisons, because not all of them
those
are
subjects,
in here.
and then there's more there that we don't have in the catalog.
There's a spelling one that's not
Yeah.
in here.
The literature guide one,
Literature
I
guides.
take so many people to the literature guide
literature guides are
comparison
great.
chart.
There's the placement tests that are free for math. There's the transcript where you can. There's just so many great.
And that's
The
on our
workshop
resources
videos.
page.
Every time I walk
Yeah.
somebody through, okay, go to the main page. Now scroll down. The lady with the, right under her.
It's
It's her! It's
It's
Amber!
Amber with the
There's a
headset.
comparison chart link there. Click on it. Okay, now they're like, oh,
Yeah.
wow, I
Yeah.
never knew this was here.
It's like finding gold.
And then there's a
And
link to
free again.
Yes, and then there's a link to videos, which are about different products.
With those handouts and
yeah.
everything, which is very nice.
Right. Because here at Rainbow, we represent 1,400 publishers. We are not on anybody's team. We're on your team.
Do you remember how thick the catalog used to
Yeah,
be
It
with
was no
all of
joke.
those?
It got to about 3 inches. That
Yeah.
got pricey to send out, and then
Yes.
not everybody wanted it. It was a mix of, you're killing trees and thank you, I love it.
Yeah.
So this is the modified for there's a whole new generation of homeschoolers out there, and they kind of want, quick
Yeah.
info.
Right.
which is fair. And you know, another neat thing for the newbies in here is we're always talking about our family way. Now, if you watched last week's episode, we talked through that FAMILY. That there's a worksheet in here. Can you show them that real quick?
Yes, I can.
Is it in the back, the front? Okay.
back,
So
yeah.
you can use this when you're planning out your stuff. You can copy this, one per kid, and kind of think, what are we doing? And am I hitting all the categories I
That
need
I
to
need
hit?
to, yeah.
But also watch that video. It really walks you through the approaches and you know, considerations, the money and the time and all these things. So
We have indicated in the catalog the new items, and so we have a smattering of them
We
on the
do.
tables here, and there's some that all of us are pretty excited about, like the Math with Confidence
Math with
5.
Confidence 5.
hot off the
Yes.
presses, y'all.
Yes.
New to Rainbow is Generations. Just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, all those core 4,
Different
right?
subjects
Yeah.
plus Bible. Yeah.
Plus Bible, core 4 plus Bible.
All about math.
All
new
about
to
math.
If
New
you love
to the
all
world.
About, if you know
Yeah.
if you love all about reading or all about spelling, now we're gonna have all about math.
Right.
One.
Yes.
There's a new Handwriting Without Tears. This is a revision of something we carried, which had been Jolly Grammar. Now it's Jolly Literacy. So user friendly.
Very
We'll probably do a
user-friendly.
video on that.
Cute little phonics C type of
Yeah, we do have a video on this
we
one,
do.
I think from last season.
ABC, see here, do. Just
They
a great-
incorporate ASL.
They do.
They do.
And a lot of multi-sensory.
Yes.
Yep.
Charlotte Mason Math. Isn't
Charlotte
it beautiful?
Mason Math. We looked at this yesterday in our meeting, and wow,
Yeah.
that's going to get some attention. We'll do a video on that
Absolutely.
later.
So just like that's always a fun thing to do. That's what the orange tabs are on my catalog.
Oh
are
my
all of the new items to Rainbow.
So many new things. So that's
Yeah.
exciting. A lot of
Yeah.
new descriptions. We've been busily writing descriptions.
So if you are a new homeschooler, if you've got a friend who's new to homeschooling, get this free catalog. It's a great place
Yeah.
to start, and it's so friendly.
It is user friendly, and if you're looking through here and you're like, I just need a workbook.
Yeah.
I don't need a whole curriculum.
That's coming.
Oh, it's
I just
coming.
need a workbook.
And
There's another free
supplements.
catalog that's coming.
Enrichment.
Yes.
Yes, it's our enrichment catalog, which is things beyond the 4 core subjects, but also things to support the core
Yeah.
subjects
Right.
that help you fine tune things to
You'll
your
find like
learner.
microscopes and library builders.
Supplement books.
More
Yeah.
electives.
Library readers.
Music,
games.
art, a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
really
Oh, but not all the games though.
Yeah. Because in a couple months after that,
Another free catalog.
Christmas.
our marketing department is so productive and
Yeah.
busy and just puts
Yeah.
out beautiful products, all these color photos
Yeah.
that happen and the videos that happen.
So if you've ordered with Rainbow in the last year, you will automatically get this catalog. If you haven't and you want to get the catalog, then you go to our website and go to the catalog request.
I'm thinking David will put a link
Yeah,
in the
that would be
comments
good.
below too.
So it's that simple
Absolutely.
to get your free catalog, or you can download it.
Yeah, and you can always sign up if you haven't for our weekly newsletter, mostly weekly newsletter. During catalog season, they're a little busy, but that'll always give you announcements and when
Sales.
sales are happening, how to order the catalog, when it's available, and so that e-news is very helpful as
links
well.
to new products.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's also free. So we've got lots of free
Yeah.
resources between the resource page, the catalog, our YouTube channel. You're getting a lot of
The
free
consultant
resources.
team.
Oh yeah, by
Yeah.
the way, our
Call us.
services are free during business hours
Yeah.
and you don't need to schedule. You
No.
just ring us up and we're getting a lot more calls
We are,
lately.
yeah. Speaking of which, we
people-
probuld should get back to those
I think we
phones,
better
shouldn't we?
skedaddle.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the team went to convention and left us.
What were they thinking? We'll see you next time.